That's about as much as I knew about birding when Jim brought it up last week. And then there was this conversation called the word of the day. Jizz. For those of you who don't know, the term jizz actually means a human imitating a bird. I realized there was something wrong with my understanding of words, specifically how it related to amateur birding. So I consulted the one resource, the most important resource that I know of, to be able to connect with modern usage of words, the Urban Dictionary. I went to the Urban Dictionary and I found out that the word bird is often used to describe a female. I went back to etymology and I said, 1300s, excuse me. In the 1300s, the term B-U-R-D-E meant young woman. Now, it took until the 1960s before somebody actually started drawing a correlate between young women and birds, and it took mostly during, excuse me, goodness gracious, what is going on? Oh, let me just take this off. I'm having a little bit of a challenge in connecting with what's going on in society. I thought about maybe, just maybe, if I took this study a little bit further, I might be able to learn something. I went to the radio, and I found a rapper named Birdman. I found a guy named 2 Chainz who said, I got my start by slinging bricks in the yard. Everything I am today is for slinging birds. Did more research. A bird, it is actually a street term for 1 kilogram of an illegal street substance. It could be marijuana, it could be cocaine. But if somebody is slinging a bird, be careful. I also looked at a few other things. I said, okay, maybe it's regional. Maybe it's not just in Atlanta. Maybe it's not just in Chicago or New York. Maybe there's other things that the word bird means. I found that it meant stupid and idiotic. I found that it meant a gesture that could be created with the hand using the middle finger. So someone could say that, bird, he just flicked me the bird. Continuing to be impressed by my ignorance of language, I continued to study. I realized that it could also be a vertebra with wings and egg-laying capabilities, and I understood that one. That one made sense to me. I also realized that it could mean jail time. I'm not going to bird for you, you keep your head down. I'm not going to jail for you. It could also mean, in a different part of the world, the northeastern part specifically, or Canada, a certain particular part of the male anatomy. Go and get Coach Bird out. I realized there was an immense amount of ignorance that was contained in this particular fear, and I really thought that Jim had done a great job by creating amateur birding as an opportunity for me to learn and grow. I learned in England that you could just simply say bird, and you meant, what's the female of the species? Not derogatory, not negative, but you could do something like, hey, Greg, is that your bird? Not a problem, not derogatory, simply a question. I learned in the wrong community that could also mean vain and useless, so if you hear someone say, dizzy bird, quit talking about your head, it would pretty much line up the same way. I continued my study because I knew there was more to this that I could just grasp in a moment. And someone actually said that a bird was a helicopter. I'm picturing the first time I read a Superman comic book. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? I'm like, oh, finally, they can't tell the difference. It's because the sun is in their eyes, and they're looking, is it a helicopter or an airplane? I finally understand that. Long held quandary that me as a fledgling comic book reader had. I looked at culinary institutions because coming from a background in hospitality, culinary was where I learned a lot of what I use in a day-to-day process. I learned that a bird was, if you were in a local penitentiary, a chicken. It could be a yard bird, which means that it is actually a chicken raised at home. It could be a lot of different things. I learned it wasn't only in the culinary world, but also in cocktails. How many of you have ever taken a straw, put your finger on the top end, stuck it in, pulled it out, just to get a little taste? You've been burning. Maybe you're an amateur bird enthusiast and you didn't know it. I then looked to one of the most important parts of society, finance. I learned that if I was still in England and I said, hey, can I borrow a bird? I was asking for about £3, about $4, give or take, depending on where the monetary trade's going. But if someone wanted to flip me for a bird, they were asking if I wanted to get into a game of chance for $100. If I was in a casino and somebody said, hey, red bird down, that meant there's somebody at a table who's using a red chip to tip the dealer. It's about a $5 tip. If they said green bird down, that meant that somebody just got tipped $25. The term bird is amazing. I love it. I love it when I can embrace my ignorance and really learn something about myself. So dearly beloved, I am asking you to embrace the Urban Dictionary. Embrace ignorance. Of all things that we have in this world, we have freedom. And sometimes we have to remember that the pieces of freedom are not necessarily constrained to one small universe, one small world. Sometimes we just have to be free.